Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
Well, Sketchy Justy wrote back on my channel. We're back to the reaction to The Walking Dead. After a long layoff, we are finally back. This is season 11, episode 9, No Other Way. But I'm not going to waste too much time talking because they made us wait a few months for this episode. Where we last left off, our heroes were like caught in the crossfire. We had Maggie, Negan. I know Father Gabriel was out there running around on site as well. I don't think he was in immediate danger though. But yeah, they had a bunch of fireworks basically being pointed at him and shot at him. So I don't think they're actually going to die, but they're definitely in danger. But I keep on saying to myself as well, this is the final season. Eventually something's got to give. Someone's got to go. So I don't know if it's going to be this episode, but eventually, like I said, they gotta go. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time before jumping in this episode because I'm very eager to see what actually happens next. If you guys look for my full reactions to the show, the link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. 11 seasons in. Look at these walkers. Whoa! Yo, that walker is lit. Protect Maggie at all costs. She has to get back to Herschel. See that one like rock and go right by her? Knee to the groin. There you go. If this was season 8, we'd be started with like a old gray-haired Rick just walking down the road by himself. Like, no, give us the action. Give us the good stuff. Maggie's got the good stuff.
We need to take care of that bleeding. Let's go.
Where's Father Gabriel? I know he's on site somewhere.
Carver, report.
Can we kill off Carver?
The leader slipped me and I'll get her.
He's got a face you just want to punch. Back to Alexandria. Nothing better after Rosita either. She's another one we have to protect. They're protecting everyone upstairs. And it's flooding, of course. I forgot about this. Too close. Oh, that's a head scratcher. I didn't think they would actually break through. And with our luck, we have a fire and a storm. The storm is not putting out the fire. Someone's got the rape whistle. There he is. He's kind of out in the open though. Take him to school, Daryl. Class is in session. Oh, he actually sliced him. I was right about to say, this random goon is gonna do no harm to Daryl. I didn't even try to fight. I guess he was already dying though. This is crazy down here in the water with walkers lurking. Thank God they're coming down in single file. I think Judith is safe, but would they be ballsy enough to kill off Gracie? Aaron will lose it. Nice. I'm worried though. Jesus got a badass slow moment before he was offed. Eye gouger. Underwater, oh my god, I'm just thinking about it in my hands. Yo, the makeup effects. I'm not even scared by them, I'm more impressed than anything. Their father.
Let you harm one of mine.
Worry about yourself first.
Ooh. Violence is not the path I take.
Oh, he's gonna take that
Blood
path.
has been spilled in God's name for centuries.
He loves that path.
God wouldn't allow you to murder my friends. And neither will I. Move aside.
Thank you. Had to be done. Let's just be real here. Now something has to be done to Carver.
Oops. Wrong turn.
For you, maybe.
Well, I gotta say thanks for this.
Deuces, Carver.
Fireball searching.
Shit, he's a fighter. 3v1. There you go. You got him, Negan. Fuck. You got him, Maggie. Fuck. Yo, he did the Anthony Showtime Pettis.
Over here, Nick. Well, ding ding.
Ding dong, motherfucker. Now finish him. Because you know, the second they turn their back, he's just gonna be gone.
Should took you out right off.
I'd be shitting myself. As I crawl along, you see little ploppings in the water. I do think he's gonna survive this, and I'll say more at the very end of the episode for my recap. Because I feel like the show has bigger plans for Aaron. Look at this contraption.
Take this. Just in case. Leah,
We're here.
put your weapons on the ground. Giving you a chance to save what's left of your family. And mine.
You gonna be a good leader or just another pope?
No more lies. Jensen?
I think that was the episode title.
That was a warning! Lower the knife at the rope.
They should have just killed him and left.
Elijah, don't. No one moves! Jensen!
What are you doing?
Jensen, what the hell?
Father Gabriel?
Jensen!
Call me Gabriel.
Yes! Negan's impressed. I'm impressed. Is Leah impressed?
You would have killed us. Picked us off, one by one, right? Now Gabriel does the same thing to you.
You save your family. I save mine.
Yeah.
Drop your weapons and go.
No, though, Carver. No.
That's the cost.
Elijah.
For Josephine.
Maggie.
How's that?
You fuck with our people. You fuck with our group. Fuck you. Yo. I know some people are gonna take issues with that, with Maggie, but no. I'm 100% on her side. Did Leah get away though? She could have gone too far.
Could have had a second chance. We both could have.
She fucked up.
Go. Go before I change my mind.
That's not him. But if he's just roaming about, then yeah, I think we know Alden's fate. That's him. Shit. I kind of got chills from that. Goosebumps. Couldn't even tell it was him at first. It's like so decayed. How long was he there for? Maggie, don't. That's just stupid. All he had to do was. She's like home right here, like. Bite on like that, and she would have been a goner.
You were always gonna do what you did, Maggie. See, when it comes to me, promise or not, it's just a matter of time before you make the same call.
Negan, is he just gonna leave?
I'm gonna be on my own way.
Finally, heading home. We got no Commonwealth this episode. Everybody else is safe.
No way.
Yo, tearing up right now. I forgot about this reunion.
Thank you for allowing us into your home. I must say, I am impressed with everything you've built here. But it's clear you've fallen on hard times. And that is where the Commonwealth is more than willing to help. However, if any are interested, I do have another, potentially more interesting choice.
Wait till they get a load of the Commonwealth. 6 months later.
Open up.
Doesn't have to be this way.
What?
Yeah, it does.
Alright guys, that was The Walking Dead, Season 11, Episode 9, No Other Way. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed this episode after so much time off, after that hiatus, after that cliffhanger that they left us on. This was a great episode to come back with. What a return episode for the show, for The Walking Dead. But there's a lot to go over, there's a lot to discuss. I think the first thing I do want to start with is Maggie, because she freaking killed this episode. She was clearly the MVP of the episode. And one thing I gotta say, one thing that I really enjoyed about this episode is it actually delivered in giving us what we want to see, because a lot of times they set up a lot of these cool scenarios, a lot of these cool things, but they don't actually deliver and give us what we actually want. So this episode, I was so worried that Maggie was just going to let them walk away, and it was looking like that quite a few times because... All right, let's just discuss that whole scenario, that whole shootout, that whole standoff there. I think it was close to the end of the episode, but this episode I kept on thinking that it was going to end, but it just kept on going and it kept on delivering. So yeah, this episode was great, but let's go back to the standoff. I might as well start there because, all right, we had Carver, our people had Carver, and then Carver held his own. I didn't know he was that good of a fighter. I mean, he's a shit talker, but he was kind of backing up all the shit that he talks for that particular scene, but they eventually took him down, they eventually got him, and then when they were trading him off to Leah, man, Leah's a bitch because she thought she had her sniper on the rooftop. She was ready to kill our entire group. Thank God for Father Gabriel, because he took him out, and then right when she was calling in her sniper, I forget the name that she said, it might have been Jensen or something like that, but right when she was calling in her sniper to basically kill our people, that's when Father Gabriel answered, and he had a badass moment as well. I think the only other MVP of this episode was Father Gabriel, aside from Maggie. But yeah, back to that scene, because as soon as it was revealed that Father Gabriel was actually up on the roof there, that was freaking awesome, because Leah, you just saw how scared she was in that moment. I forget exactly how it all played out, but I know Carver right before then, he was basically going to beat down Elijah when he was already laying there. Like, he fell down. I forget his sister's name, but he's like, let's do it for Louise. And then he like passed out there. And then while he was down, Carver kicked out the sickle out of his hand. It was actually gonna like curb stomp him or kick him in the face or boot him or something. So he deserved to be shot there by Father Gabriel. That was freaking awesome. I love that whole scene. And then eventually when they made the deal to just go, I guess, I wasn't sure what the actual deal was involving Carver. If he was basically, they were gonna let them get pretty far away, then let them crawl to them so they have some time to get away, or if they were just gonna be like, hey, in order for us to let you guys survive, we are killing Carver right here, right now. But yeah, how that all played out, Maggie, she was just like, she looked at Elijah, was like, no, they're not getting away with this. For what they did for your sister, for everything that they've done, they're not getting away with this. And then she just acted on her own accord. She grabbed the gun, she shot the two in the head, she shot Leah in the arm. She's still out there. Daryl, I guess we know Daryl at this point. If he even likes you a little bit, he's gonna do everything he can to basically keep you alive. So yeah, she's still out there. I don't know if she's gonna be making a comeback at some point. I have to imagine if she was left alive there, she's gonna come back. Otherwise, I do know with the spin-off show that I forget what it's called exactly. I think it's The Tales of the Walking Dead or something like that. But yeah, basically every single episode is supposed to be a different story based on different characters. Some characters that we've seen, some brand new stories, some brand new characters. If they do keep her alive, I wouldn't be surprised if she does pop up in that show later on. And speaking of that show, that gave me another idea as well, because Negan, I wouldn't be surprised if he pops up in that show as well. But I don't know if he's actually done with this season or this series, because I don't know. I feel like he would have a bigger send-off. He might come back eventually too, but the only reason why I question that is going back to the comics. I am a comic reader. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say it was a very similar way of exiting his character from the comic. Let's just leave it at that. But back to Maggie, because I keep on going off like all these side rants and whatnot, side discussions, but back to Maggie, because that whole scene, and I'll tell you right now why that scene was quite possibly one of my favorites of this entire season, this entire series. When she grabbed that gun before she shot those two guys and just basically went badass mode on absolutely everyone, it gave a super close-up of the butt. Gotta love that farm girl. I freaking love Maggie, and that just reminded me how much I missed this show, how much I missed Maggie Rhee. But goddamn, Laura Cohen, she is freaking, she's a goddess. That scene alone, I feel like she's gonna be immortalized for that scene alone. It was that incredible. I freaking loved it. But yeah, I'm gonna try not to simp it too much longer because I know some people don't like that. But either way, I'm simping. This is my recap. This is my reaction. I'm gonna simp where I want to simp. But she's freaking awesome. Who doesn't simp for her though? But yeah, back to the episode because let's go back to Negan where he actually, I guess. That moment there, Maggie actually thought that he was gonna kill her, and I wasn't really sure if we were gonna get the comic way of going about things when it comes to Negan, or if they were going to kind of do their own thing and actually possibly kill off Negan in that moment right there when he tries to basically say, you know what, Maggie, I'm not going to give you a chance to kill me later on like you did those people. That's basically what he was saying, but he just left on his own accord. I wasn't sure if they were going to have a little bit of a tussle, maybe fight to the death, and maybe by accident she kills him or something. I really didn't know how that was all going to play out. I'm pretty sure he's not done with the show, but we shall see. I wouldn't be surprised if he does pop up, but just knowing that this other show exists, that they're filming or they're making it, I don't know how far along they are with the show. Just knowing it exists, though, gives me hope for all these characters that they're kind of just leaving us hanging in regards to their whereabouts and their fates in the long scheme of things. But as of right now, we got Leah and Negan they would make good candidates for that show, so we shall see. But we didn't really get any Commonwealth this episode until the very end of the episode, and that's definitely what I want to discuss next, because that caught me off guard completely. Like, soon as our group arrived home, and I gotta say too, the reunion between Connie and Daryl, it was sweet. I got super teary-eyed, but they didn't really linger on it at all. There wasn't a lot of love there. It was just like, oh, hey, didn't know you're back. Quick hug, and then just he went back to talking to everybody else. I thought there would be a little bit more love there, a little bit more love shown, but maybe they'll save that for the future, because I'm not giving up on Connie, Daryl, whatever that relationship. I don't know what the people are calling it, but I'm fully on board for it. But as soon as they came back, that's when the Commonwealth approached, and Eugene as well was with them. Kind of remind me of the Saviors going back to, I think it was the season 7 finale when he showed up with Negan and them. But yeah, that was a great scene either way, because Eugene is like, hey, he's with us, they're friends. And then he basically did the whole spiel right there. They didn't even leave us hanging. That's another thing about this episode, when I was saying giving us what we want and actually delivering, not just on the setups, but on the payoffs as well. Because I feel like in previous seasons or previous episodes, what they would normally do is they would show the Commonwealth coming. They would just go to somebody in Alexandra's face, like Daryl or somebody, just be like, oh shit. And then the episode would end. But no, they actually showed their arrival. They got let in. They gave a little speech. I forget his main name. Is it Mr. Hornsby? Either way, I don't trust that guy at all. I don't think he should be trusted, but I do think the Commonwealth is a good thing for our people. So yeah, I'm super glad that they actually included that. This was a great comeback episode. They really included a lot. There was a lot that went down, and I haven't even discussed the Storm and Judith and Aaron. He almost died as well. That's probably the last thing I do want to discuss before moving forward, because I don't know if it's going to go like the comics. Obviously, Rick Grimes is no longer part of the show. I don't know if he's going to come back for the finale. Fingers crossed that he actually does, but I feel like Aaron is kind of taking comic Rick's place, because not just the look, like, well, really the look, like the hair, the hands, everything is super similar. I don't know if that was always meant to be, if they just kind of just started doing that on purpose, but at some point they had to realize, holy shit, Aaron is comic Rick. But because of that, and because of Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln not actually being in the show, that led me to believe that Aaron was going to die this episode, and obviously he didn't. He didn't get bit. You never know. Sometimes they hide bites and they appear later on, but it looks like for now that he was safe. And the reason why I bring this up, and the reason why I wasn't too worried about his safety this episode, is because if he is taking the place of comic Rick, then when it comes to the Commonwealth later on, I'm not going to say comic Rick's fate in the comics, but yeah, that just leads me to believe that Aaron is actually going to get his. We shall see, though. But then I also have to question who is actually going to get Dwight's fate in the comics as well. But yeah, this was an incredible episode. Maggie Rhee, Lauren Cohen, she was the standout for me, MVP of the entire episode. We had a lot of good cast members stand out, though, because Father Gabriel, he was the second MVP in my eyes. He shined pretty bright this episode, and that was great to see. I'm just so happy that the show is back. I know there was a couple episodes that were kind of on the first half of the season. I think it was episode 4 or episode 5 when we really got to meet the Reapers. They weren't all that they were set up to be. I don't know. I just wasn't really happy with the reveal of the Reapers. At the start of the season, it looked like they were going to be so badass and scary. And then when they were actually revealed, I was like, all right, they're pretty weak. I'm not feeling these punks. So I'm pretty happy that we're now done with the Reaper storyline, or at least it looks like it, because they've all been taken out. Obviously, Leah is still out there. I don't know if she's going to be coming back at some point, but as of right now, the Reapers are done for. Pope died last episode, so yeah. Fuck the Reapers. they are done. So I'm so glad that they were just like the first third villain of the season and they weren't like a permanent fixture for the entire season, because yeah, that would have brought down the whole thing for me. So we're done with them. Let's move forward to the Commonwealth now being introduced to our people, and then the jump ahead as well. 6 months later, what the hell was up about that? I'm not going to discuss that because I gotta put some thought in that. How did Daryl actually become one of the guards of the Commonwealth? There's a lot to go down still. What do we have? Like 15 episodes remaining for this season, for the series. So yeah, they got some explaining to do. I'm very interested to see what all goes down in those next 6 months that they basically just jumped ahead and skipped forward with. I wouldn't be surprised that basically next episode starts with back those 6 months, and then we kind of work our way forward in regards to how we actually get to that point. But like I said, we shall see. I'm gonna end it there, guys. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys would like, subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit, well, I'm not the one to be.